I think that's a natural. I think that's a natural way to do things. You know, you had a deep relationship with this dog, and to honor that relationship. And it would be abnormal if you weren't. You know, I think it says positive things about your relationship with that dog, that the lion hunting was connected to that, and without him, you know, you have less drive to
Yeah,
do
I could go get some of the dogs up at Neil's. I know he's offered. I'd come up anytime, pick up, you know, some of the dogs, and he's making his part of his living with it. I mean, he catches a lot of lions, but he's got a lot of clients, got a lot of country to cover, and I know that. You know, if I really wanted to, and we've got enough lions around here, we could do it. But I just don't have that connection.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I know. I mean, I could go. These dogs go catch a lot of the lions that snow hunters catch. I'd catch them with a bird dog. But I just, so yeah, there's a lot more to it than just dropping the tailgate and going to the tree.
Not just an axe handle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly right. It's a way of life.
Yeah.
You know, I want to say something really quickly about, like, Ben, you did wait for Mike to get home to pass. And, you know, if you've got dogs and horses, you spend a lot of your life at the vet for just maintenance, but for, you know, the bad times too. And about 6 years ago, we had a puppy that was born blind. And Mike had to go to work or had a meeting, or I had to take the puppy in, and they told us that it was stone blind. It was a little bitty puppy. And I took it in, and they said, we're gonna have to put this puppy down. That we can't do anything. Beautiful little pup. And so they were like, do you want to stay or do you want to wait? You know. And I was like, I can't watch this. I can't do this. So I left the room. And I never felt more guilty in my life than leaving that pup. And we've had to put down a few dogs since. And I was like, I will never leave the room again.
Yeah, we just had to put one down that got injured really bad about, what, 4 or 5 months ago.
Right, and it was a major tear fest.
Yeah.
But it's like, you've got to stay with them. Don't just leave them in there with the vet. You know.
Yeah. That black dog that's in that one picture, Kate, she was another one of my very dearest dogs that I ever had. I mean, she was just a fabulous lion dog. A lot of people knew her. And, I mean, she was, I would say, ability-wise, she might have been the greatest I ever had. But she got knocked off a bluff by a real terrible lion and got hurt real bad, and she was dying inside. I had to take her in. We've got a great veterinarian, and he's been with me for a lot of years. And that dog had such a strong heart, we had a really hard time putting her down, euthanizing her. And he and I were both bawling our heads off. He's a cowboy, you know, and been around the death of tons of animals and stuff, but he knew how great this dog was, and she was kind of legendary. And we're both crying, and finally her heart stopped. But, I mean, it's tough. It's a tough deal. It's a tough deal, and so just know, you know, and this is part of any kind of hunting, when you're hunting dangerous big game animals, every time you turn that dog loose, you may never see that dog again, or you never see that dog in the same way it was again. But that's a decision you have to make, to do your very level best to be the best hunter you can be for that dog, because he's going to try to do his best for you.
Yeah, I think people put up walls because they're concerned about being hurt. Oh, turn it into a tool, and that way when the tool breaks, I won't be hurt.
Yeah, I just go get another.
And I understand that it's a natural response, but I don't think it's the healthiest way to deal with it. And But then again, we also don't want to, these dogs aren't exclusive, you know, they're not house pets, and they're born to hunt. I would you know, now having hunting dogs, I would never rehome these dogs with pet homes. You know, they need to hunt. But I think that there's a middle ground where we can care about the dogs and feel the loss when they pass, but still know that they need to hunt, and we're going to put them at risk with big game and with all the. It's funny, I'm running from the wolves in Idaho down to here, and I get here and I realize there's just as many things will kill a dog in any place, you know.
Exactly.
The cliffs and the snakes here, or the wolves up there, you know.
Exactly.
Well, you just got to make it the very best you can for each experience, and have done all the, you know, your due diligence to be sure that you've taken all the precautions possible, and then, you know, like you said, you do have to turn them out and let them go, because
they want
otherwise, you know. But that's anything in life.
Yeah,
like
anything
your kids,
you do.
or, you know, people gotta. you can't be afraid of everything, but you just do the best you can, you know, to try to minimize issues, you know.